Now I'm gonna hop over to Bara once again. As you can see, I didn't finish my Thunderbreaker quite yet. I didn't even get to 200 yet. Slowing down quite a bit now that we're at the 160 range, and I'm also just a little tired of grinding for now, so I'm just kind of done with it. But I am going to grab the pet boxes on my Demon Slayer to minimize the amount of grinding that I actually have to do on this character in order to transfer the basic unit damage skin over to my Nightwalker. So I might be able to get enough today. Actually, I should definitely have enough today. 650. I don't know, actually. I guess we'll have to see. I also wanted to claim these pet boxes, aside from the first one, on my Bara characters, because the chance of getting, I mean, even though the chance is probably very obscenely low, the chance of getting a vac pet that I could then sell is definitely worth it. So it's like twofold. So we got the ignition coins. Of course, this is probably all I'll get. I'm not expecting to get anything from this. But if I get 2 more boxes, that'll put me at 1200, and then I should actually be good to go. Looking at the daily missions, I don't think I'll be able to. If I can get 6,000 more monster kills, I will be able to actually get this character up there to 1,500 without using all of the boxes on that character, but it's not really a huge priority for me to do that, so we'll see. Either way, I guess it's time for me to cap on this character, so I will get to it. Alright, basic unit damage skin on Nightwalker, finally. No more garbage. This class is getting the love it deserves. Basic damage skin unit. Gimme, gimme. Yes. Alright, now my Mihail and my Nightwalker both have unit damage skins. I need to get one on my Thunderbreaker, because that's going to be my 3rd boss mule. Come on. Oh my god. Thank you, level 200. Now it's time to get 5th drop after I equip my Arcane Umbra Knuckle. Let's go. That thing's huge. Why is it so big? And there it is. Okay. That was kind of weird. So I just, for the first time today, thought to myself, hey, maybe I should do Arcarium on my blaster for a Dominator pendant, and, well, I mean, here it is. Here's the Dominator pendant. We did it. I'm not really sure what to do with this thing. I guess, really, all I should do is just transfer my Mechanator pendant up to the Dominator pendant. So I guess I'll get on that. What's my accessory crafting? Level 10? Perfect. Let's go grab a recipe. Assuming I don't already have one. Yeah, I don't. Alright. Let's go craft this and transfer this over to a Dominator pendant. Then I'm going to spin some mesos on flaming it, actually, because I would really like to get a good flame on that. Alright. Let's do this transfer thing. For origin of that. Beautiful. I am going to get the last 2 stars on this again, and then I'm going to go buy a bunch of flames and try to get something good. It doesn't have to be transpose worthy, because I'm not looking to do that anytime soon, but you know, might as well get something good on this. I definitely have the money to throw around for it, too. I don't really know what I'm shooting for. Just some decent strength and all stat. The usual flame stuff. Five attack and 4% all stats just isn't really enough. Now this could be good enough. 48 strength, 3% all stats. I think I'm happy with that. Great. I tapped it to 13 stars. I tapped it to 13 stars because it was showing that it was 99 strength and 99 dex, and I wanted it to be over 100. So this is 13-star Dominator pendant. Alrighty. I bought 100 node stones. I just kind of wanted to get them and work towards my perfect tri nodes a little more. So let's go ahead and open these real quick and see what we get. All right, so I got through all of the 100 nodes that I bought, and I was able to get these 3 perfect tri nodes. The last tri node I'm going to need is going to be Thunderbolt, Gale, and Thunder. So that might be a little difficult to get, maybe, not really, but we got 3 out of 4, so there we go. Unfortunately, until I level up, I really can't use any of these boost nodes, but I probably don't need, like, I've never used Lightning Cascade. I don't really fully understand these skills yet. Still kind of trying to understand it. Yeah, I'm not sure. Anyway, I got a lot of capping and dailies to do on a lot of characters, so I'm just gonna go get to that, and we'll have to come back to this character once I finish all that stuff. Morass is completed. I can start doing dailies here. That'll actually increase my daily EXP on this character quite a bit, which is nice. Still got 5 more totems. I'll probably try to knock one of those out soon. Maybe not tonight, depending on how long dailies take me. But there we go. An extra 30 arcane force and an extra 300 strength, putting us at 13,000 total, which is a pretty solid spot to be at for the blaster. Level 231, slowly making our way through these totems. We have 4 left, plus another 40 minutes on this one. Alright, I just did Dojo on my blaster because I need to practice a couple combos. I need to practice shotgun, no reload. I need to work on canceling Bunker Buster, there's a few things I need to practice, and in order to properly practice them and see, you know, if I'm actually getting the results that I expect, I need to have access to the training grounds, and in order to do that, you have to clear floor 30 in the dojo. So I went ahead and just took the opportunity to try and see what my Blaster is capable of reaching in the dojo, and as you can see, we got to floor 43 in 14 minutes 46 seconds. It was pretty rough, to be honest with you, but it was actually pretty helpful because when I'm grinding, I'm usually in grinding mode, and my smash no reload combo is usually not very consistent. But I was noticing throughout dojo, I was very consistently doing it properly. So I think I might actually just have like some sort of subconscious mind swapping thing where when I'm grinding, I'm in grinding mode, and doing bossing combos is kind of hard. But when I'm bossing, you know, doing bossing combos is not really that hard. I don't know, maybe it's just some psychological thing. Regardless, this is what I was able to come up with. Now, one other thing I wanted to talk about real quick that I'll get into in a moment. Okay, so we're looking at the spreadsheet that I have been working on a little bit for keeping track of my boss mules. I wanted to do this because having a visual representation of information in MapleStory is extraordinarily helpful. Just trying to keep in my mind how much stat my Hayato has and how much boss damage my Paladin has versus my Nightwalker and Bara, how much IED they have. All of that information is kind of hard to keep in mind. So what I decided to do is actually just write it down in a spreadsheet. And as you can see from what I have here so far, I have pretty much all the characters that I'm considering as boss mules currently listed out, and all the information about them listed out as well. What I would like to do moving forward is kind of have like a goal for these characters, like maybe 95% IED, depending on the class, of course. 250 boss, you know, etc., etc. Full Gollux, for example. But I just wanted to show you guys this because this is something that I'm sort of working on in the background. I want to make it look better. I want to give it more descriptive information, but this is pretty much, at this point in time, all of the characters that have been mentioned in this series, except for, I think, the Ilium. I think I haven't started on my Ilium yet in Reboot, though I do actually plan to at some point, because I was playing and I was capping on it a while ago, and it was really fun. So I remembered why I even started trying to main that class in the first place, because I really found it enjoyable. But eventually I'll get that character on here. Maybe I'll do that after the dual blade, but as you can see, it's just a nice little collection of my characters, and there's really not much more to say about it. Eventually, I do want to make this whole spreadsheet into a huge collection of all the information about my account, my Legion in Bara, my Legion in Reboot, etc., etc. But for now, this is what I got. I'll probably update you guys on this over time as I update it and make it look better, but this is the first iteration of it. Hey everybody, so I'm on my Paladin, working on getting working on getting sets of familiars for all my characters. This is something that I've been putting off for a very long time, and I'm just now sort of getting around to it. And what prompted me to do this was discovering that in Princess No, the pink whale can be killed in like 2-ish minutes if you just kind of sit there and let 3 Gobi familiars wail on them. No pun intended. I tried it out on my Paladin, but my Paladin only has 2 familiar slots, as do pretty much all of my characters in reg servers. I mean, in Reboot. In Bara, my Mihail has 3, but in Reboot, I only have 2 on all my characters. And so, like I said, I've just been kind of putting this off, and I want to get it out of the way. So I'm going to go ahead and take care of this. Now, here's the thing about this. It's going to take a very, very long time to get all of these familiars. Not only am I going to have to go to maps that are currently being heavily occupied by players, due to the influx from Ignition, but the drop rate and spawn rate of some of these monsters is very, very low. I'm on the 4th set of monsters for the first badge of the like 10 that I need to get, and it's already taken pretty much like an hour to do this. Maybe closer to 40 minutes, but still a very long time. I don't know if I'm going to take care of all of this in one sitting, or if I'm going to have to spread it out across multiple sittings, or what I'm going to have to do. But I just want to make this update because I'm just getting started on it now. And I know there are going to be some really difficult ones, like getting the Temple of Time monsters is going to be a huge pain. I thought that 200% drop rate would be sufficient for this, but I'm kind of starting to think that it might not be. So I don't know exactly how much of this I'm going to do right now. I'll have to probably come back to this after I cube more drop rate on this character and reach 400. Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. My inventory's still packed. All right. I finished the first badge. So this basically guarantees that on any character I make in the future, I will always have 2 familiar slots available, because I can always just turn in these familiars. Now, one thing that I actually really want to do that I've been doing for a long time, or that I've been wanting to do for a long time, is make a character dedicated to holding a bunch of stuff. Like a mule character who just carries around all my stuff. Basically what a mule character was back in the old days, like in 2007. I want to make a mule character who can kind of keep my storage a little cleaner, because as you can see, it's kind of become a mess, and I kind of just want things that I'm going to want immediate access to in my storage. So things like my occult cubes, my weekly Damien and Lotus pieces, my droplets, flower oil or berry seed oils and hyssop oils, you know, these Amorian party quest tickets, I'm gonna want those, etc., etc. But certain things that I don't need access to all the time don't need to be sitting here, like these throwing stars, these old legacy mastery books, etc. You get the idea. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick a character and use them as my primary storage character. I just don't know who it's gonna be. I'm thinking Buccaneer's not a bad choice, because I don't have a use for this Buccaneer. I don't like Buccaneer. Here's the thing that I think I've never really made clear in this series, is I don't enjoy Buccaneer. I haven't enjoyed playing Buccaneer since before the Red update, when they removed all of their fun skills and replaced it with dumb shit like Octo Punch, which just doesn't feel good to me. So I'm gonna use this character for storage. There's a lot of junk on this character, though. Oh my god, look at all this stuff. Alright, so I'm gonna clean out this inventory and get all this stuff in here and go from there. Alright, I got everything organized on my Buccaneer. Now I'm gonna go back to farming familiar sets. Alright, so the next familiar set on the list is this one. The, what's it called? The mineral badge? Yeah, this is the next one on the list. It's going to take a while to get. But I was doing some thinking, and I wanted to sort of not only appease viewers who were kind of disappointed that I went two-handed instead of one-handed and shield. Oh shit, is that... Oh, it's just a regular angelic blessing. Okay, that's kind of cool. So for the record, these guard robots can drop regular angelic blessing recipes. It's cool, I guess. I don't know. What I wanted to talk about was weapon choice for Paladin. So I know there are people who were disappointed that I went two-handed instead of one-handed. And I was thinking about it a little more. And while I enjoy two-handed, I think it's cool. And a large part of the reason I went two-handed was because I already had this inner ability. The reality is a couple things. I don't have my familiars out. There are a couple things to keep in mind. Oh, I guess I'm out of familiar juice. It's kind of weird. That would explain why they went away. There are a couple things to keep in mind. First of all, I make a lot of money in Reboot now. Rolling good inner abilities is still expensive, but it's much less of an impact in my overall net worth nowadays than it was even when I started leveling this character, even when we were having the discussion about, well, maybe I want to play Paladin. Even when we were just having that discussion, I wasn't making as much as I am now. So re-rolling attack speed +1 won't be that hard. And I am, well, I'm not really close to getting an arcane weapon right now because I still have to actually get to the stat to clear normal lucid and then do normal lucid for a long time. I'm thinking what I want to do is go back to one-handed because I still do have this shield and it's 3-line and it's really good. I want to go back to one-handed plus shield and use that for my arcane weapon. This way I can get an extra 10% mesos obtained, and while I'm grinding up to liberation, or just actually while I'm grinding up to Black Mage clear, because once I clear Black Mage I'll have a sealed Genesis weapon, and then when I get the sealed Genesis weapon, I'll switch back to two-handed, and that'll just be my end game goal. So, to summarize, for now we're gonna stick two-handed. When I get my arcane weapon, once I'm actually able to acquire an arcane weapon, I'm gonna go back to one-handed with the shield. This will also save me a little bit of mesos because I won't have to recube this secondary, because I'm more than strong enough to contribute to normal lucid if I were to just get a little stronger. And I can save some cubes cubing this rosary, trying to get it 3-line. I might go for 2-line still, but you know, once I get to Arcane Umbra, I'm going to swap back to one-handed, re-roll my inner ability so I have drop and meso, ideally 20% meso. And then as I grind up to Black Mage level, we'll just stay one-handed. Once I clear Black Mage for the first time, we'll go back to two-handed, and that'll be my end game. So, I just wanted to talk about that real quick, because that way, kind of everybody wins. Everybody gets to see me play with two-handed for a while in the early game while I'm preparing for Arcane, and then people get to see me play with Arcane for probably quite a while I work towards Genesis. So, just wanted to make that clip real quick. I'm going to get back to grinding these familiars because, wow, this is going to take a long time, but it will be so worth it. And I will see you guys in a little bit.
Repent now.
Alright, I have my full tracker. Superior earrings! Finally, a superior piece! Finally! Oh my god, that took so long. That took a long time. It's already 11 p.m. here. It took a long time to get all of these. I don't even know where storage is here. I got all of the familiars for 9 characters, badges, and that took, God, so freaking long. Oh my god, look at all these cubes I have. I need to use these on something. Oh no. You know what I can use them on? I can actually use them on my new superior Gollux earrings. Try to get an easy tier up on that. Let me do that real quick. Just toss all of these on there. I'm actually going to get a lot more cubes as well from all of the weeklies that I haven't done yet. Wow, why do I have 9 of these? Jesus. Wow. All right. 2 lines. I'm going to grab this. I'm going to use my silvers first. Pretty soon we're having a cube sale. I'm going to have close to 40 billion mesos to spend on that cube sale. That's going to be a big clip. I have a couple plans in mind, but I'm really not going to bother going over them just yet. Once the time gets a little closer, I will. For now, we'll just do this. I don't plan on spending all of my cubes, or all of my mesos on cubes during this event. I actually have enough mesos to buy literally 4,000 red cubes. So I think I'll be able to pretty much accomplish everything that I want to accomplish. I'm honestly a little surprised that that didn't tier up after that many cubes, but it is what it is. Anyway, most importantly, this badge is completed. I have a couple more badges I want to work towards, but I'm gonna do some of the easier ones next, like Snowflake badge, Oppressor badge. I don't think I'm doing Shadow badge. Yeah, not that one. I think there was one more that I had in mind that I wanted to do. I don't think it was Rebel badge. Maybe it was Rebel badge. These are all very low-level monsters, so they probably drop familiars frequently. Anyway, yeah, I don't know that I'll be able to get 10 badges right now, but I will get close to that. And then if I ever need extra badges, I can just go farm them specifically on characters. I don't actually know what the purpose of me doing this is because I really kind of don't need it. But I figure if I'm in the mood to grind some familiars, I might as well. And then in the future, you know, future me will thank me for doing this now and working through at least some of it. So then maybe I'll figure out a way to use these in the future. I really don't know. I just felt the urge to do it, and this is what we got. I am about to be done for the night, but I was checking out some of my familiars, and I actually got another 15% IED familiar, which is super cool and very helpful because they do stack, but they count as 2 separate sources of 15% IED. So it's not actually 30%. I'm too tired to remember how to do the calculations. I know it's very straightforward, but it's actually a little less than 30% IED effectively. But this is pretty good because this is like, as far as a boss mule goes, I think these are decent familiars to have. When the time comes to level this character to 250, I'll try to obviously get better familiars, some epic lines and stuff, and like 30% IED, 30% boss, etc. But for now, I am happy with this, and this is what I'm going to be using for the foreseeable future. Good morning. I want to revise what I stated previously about the Clover event. Really thinking about it, I do not support this event, and I do not support Nexon heavily monetizing Reboot in this aggressive subscription-based model. I apologize if my voice sounds weird. I just woke up. What I'm going to do instead is the following. I'm going to buy out both piggy banks every month, and I can do this easily through just capping every day. And I will buy out all 100 node stones per month. This will cost me a total of 3,500 coins, or clovers rather, which requires me to cap for 18 of the 30 days. And that way I don't have to waste money on the tool, which I think is ridiculous. However, it is worth noting that obviously, you know, in the last episode, I spent about 18k NX on the pouches, but that NX was earned entirely through bossing in Bara. So I'm not going to support this event. I'm not going to buy the tool. I'm not going to buy any more pouches. I'm just going to do the thing that Nexon clearly doesn't want us to do, which is cap every day. And it just gives me good incentive to grind. Now, it is worth noting that since I made that Mihail video, the letting go of Mihail video, I have been feeling a lot better about this game as a whole. I've pretty much committed entirely to playing my Paladin and my Bishop, and my Bishop, for whatever reason, Bishop is so fun to grind on. I just love it. So, probably will be farming most of these Clovers with my Bishop, as well as just kind of slowly leveling it up. And I'm trying to get it to a progression point in Arcane River where dailies are not so intensive anymore. Because for a long time, what I was doing on this character was 4 Vanishing Journey dailies and 3 Choo Choo dailies. And that sucked. So once I get this character to Arcana, which should be pretty easy because I can one-shot at Outlaw Street in Leishland, I will, I'll start doing dailies on this character and start accumulating Arcane Force, and we'll go from there. It is worth noting that this character is not high priority for me right now. I will be spending probably quite a few billion Mesos on it in order to make Meso and drop gear, as well as eventually trying to 17-star stuff, probably on the Shining event on December 11th, I believe it was. Maybe, was it later than that? I think it was December 11th. But other than that, this character is kind of low priority. I just really wanted to make this clip to update you guys on how I was feeling about the Clovers, because while I do want all this stuff, I'm not going to support Nexon's aggressive subscription-based reboot model. So, screw that. I already have to support it because of my VAC pet, which for the record, I transferred to my Cygnus cash shop, and now I don't have access to it on my Explorers, which are the characters that I'm going to be actually playing. So that was a smart decision. I'm honestly probably just going to buy a VAC pet next time they come around. I really hope we get Gen 4 VAC pets, and I hope that Reboot isn't limited only to Gen 3 VAC pets for the rest of eternity, because that would be very disappointing to me. Alright, that's enough rambling. I need to get a couple more mysterious or suspicious herb pouches from Kurama, and then I'm going to do a totem on my blaster. Gotta finish up those last few. Hey guys, so it's about 10 a.m. I kind of need to start this totem like now. I've been waiting for Kurama, but I have like 25 minutes until he comes back, so we'll just do 60 for now and I'll get the rest later. But today's Thanksgiving, as you may or may not know. I have some Thanksgiving plans with my family, and the sooner I get this totem done, the better. So I've decided I'm just going to go ahead, pop it out real quick, get it done, get it taken care of, and we'll be good from there. I'm also I'll probably do this later on in the day, but I need to do more Monster Park on my blaster. Monster Park has been a surprisingly good source of experience for my blaster. Leveling this character has proven to be a lot easier than I thought, so I think I might be able to do 235 before the dual blade starts, which would be awesome. Anyway, I'm gonna get started on this totem, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. Crystalbus. So weird, IGN. God damn it. No, that's another death. And that death was 100% because the crane was glitched. Because it was not supposed to go that low, and it grabbed me and locked me. No, what the fuck? Jesus, doing so much damage per hit on burst. I'm also gonna die, like, here. Oh, I did it. Right. Never mind. I gave it. I don't have an eye trick. Oh, now I'm. Now I'm. Did I just bind that motherfucker? Shit, one life left means 5%. Oh my god. That iframe just saved me. I did it! I killed Chaos Papulatus. Whew, that was a rough couple of fights. Oh my god. Alright, so that's CPAP clear on my blaster. Espeon!
I already have it. Oh,
You
Jesus.
should always have 700 in your boxes.
Why? That'd be espionage.
That's a good one. That would be espionage. Ah. Well, that's kind of a new record. I got 115 hyssop flower oils and 129 juniper berry seed oils from 100 pouches today. That's pretty crazy. But I'm happy with that. So, this actually means now that it is time to start crafting waps and eeps. I've been doing a thing lately where I just kind of hold on to all of them. And once I have over 1,000, I start crafting. So that's what I'm gonna do. As you can see, we have, God, how many do we have? 1,065, which is about 300 waps and eeps total. I'm just gonna make an equal amount as I normally do. Though I might actually do this on my blaster because I plan on making I plan on doing a totem, and I don't know if I want to just start that now or not. Anyway, I'll think about it, but the gist of it is I'm going to craft 300 more. That'll put me at a grand total of about 420 of each, which is a start. It's a pretty good start. I want to have at least a few thousand of each before I am really comfortable, because we never know if Nexon's going to remove this or nerf it at some point. So I guess you could take this as a reminder to go do Threads of Fate, because it is the best source of waps and eeps in the game by far. Alright guys, it is that time. I haven't started crafting the waps and eeps yet. I'm actually recording this clip immediately after the last one, but it is about that time, with that time being the cube sale. So, these are basically 25% off, more or less, so it's a very good time for me to spend a lot of the mesos that I have. What I'm thinking is, well, I know what I want to cube on my Hayato. I don't know exactly what I want to cube on my Paladin right now. A lot of my Paladin's gear is actually pretty decent, so it's really not a big deal. Okay. Last time we talked about me switching to a one-handed weapon. I don't know what last time means in this case, because there have probably been plenty of clips between that clip and this one, but last time we talked about me switching back to one-handed plus shield, because this is already 3 lines. I admittedly, I don't love to admit it, but I was kind of wrong about IED. I was undervaluing it. This IED line is going to be fantastic. It's going to be very helpful. So that's on me, okay? Just another reminder, don't always take everything I say as fact. I know I'm a content creator, and whether consciously or subconsciously, people tend to listen to the things I say. But, just do some critical thinking. I'm not always right. In fact, I'm often wrong. So just remember that. Anyway, when we talked about that, part of the reason I wanted to switch was actually so I could save mesos and not have to cube this rosary anymore right now. The period of time between Arcane and Liberated Genesis is or actually, no, it wouldn't be Liberated. It would just be first Black Mage Clear, because I would just anvil it, because I'm one of those people. But regardless, the period of time between Arcane Weapon and first Black Mage Clear is a pretty significant amount of time. So, we will be using this shield for a very long time, and this rosary, by the time I have to cube it again, I'll probably have so much income that it won't even matter. And 2-line damage is fine. It's really not very good, but it's okay. I can't. Okay, well, I gotta wait for the dog. Anyway, that was just one of the reasons why I wanted to switch back to one-handed. Also, obviously, the extra 10% mesos, plus I can get an inner ability line for drop and still have my buff skill duration, which is only rare, admittedly. It's not that fantastic, but it is useful. With all of this in mind, I don't really need to cube this anymore. I don't really need to do anything else to this Absolab hammer. It's going to be perfectly fine to take me through normal Lucid. And this rosary, similarly, will be perfectly fine to take me through Lucid. I'm not really worried about that. I need to get on my bossing preset real quick. So, looking at my stats, I am not quite there yet in terms of being able to kill normal Lucid. People usually want... I mean, I could probably join a party and be just fine, but I probably want a little more stat than this just to guarantee, you know, a quicker kill or whatever. So the goal for this character is basically 24,000 strength. Reaching that might be pretty hard. I don't know. It sucks because the sooner I get to work on clearing Lucid, the sooner I can get my arcane weapon. As you can see, I have a lot of things that are still epic or unique, and I really want to sort of transition those into higher tier stuff. So, I'm thinking what I'm gonna do, because if you take a look at my Gollux coin collection, I have 794. There are 2 items that Gollux doesn't drop that can only be purchased through the shop. I believe it's the ring and the pendant. So what I'm going to do is, because my rings are generally pretty weak because I just use my drop rings, I just use my drop gear all the time. What I'm going to do is I'm gonna go buy a superior ring, even though that wouldn't be the biggest damage increase. I don't think, actually it might be because of my rings being so bad. Regardless, this is what I'm going to be buying. The belt is actually, as you can see, the belt's actually not that big of an increase, but the 35 weapon attack and the extra stat would be nice. But the problem is, buying a belt right now doesn't really make sense because I can just get it from a drop. So superior Gollux ring it is. And now we have something to work on. Now, this will also put me at 2 set, which is only 20 plus 20 stat, not really that wonderful. The 4 set effect is what I really want. But this is what we got for now. So let me go ahead, I'll buy an E-pot. Actually, I think I should have a bunch of 50%. So yeah, I forgot about that. All right. So what I want to accomplish on this character at present is a few things. Eventually, I need to get my shoulder and my cape to legendary, and my shoes as well, since they're only 1 line. But those will be... Actually, those would actually be decent upgrades. To get all 3 of these items to 2-line legendary would be a decent upgrade. So I guess that I'll make that kind of a priority. But regardless, the first thing I'm going to work on is the superior Gollux ring. I don't know how many mesos I'm going to use on this. You know what I am going to do? I'm actually going to use all of these Master Craftsman's cubes and Meister cubes first. It's kind of a shame I can't really work on auto steel gloves yet. So that kind of sucks, but I'll just take out 7.8 bill. We'll just use that to start with. And I'll try to tier these up at first with these trash cubes. But the question is, where do I cube at? Can I cube here? Oh, I can. All right, this is where we're cubing then. So we're just looking for a tier up. Anything to save me a little bit of mesos on, wow. Whoa. Okay. So now is the point in time where I would normally throw this on the auction house. I'm not actually sure it would be that worth that much because it is only unique. Let's see if I can get some good luck on the earrings as well. Alright, doesn't look like it. Next, I'm going to throw these Meister cubes on this Gollux ring. Oh, never mind. The Gollux ring is basically done for now. So, as you can see, pre-star forcing, I'm going to need to get these to 17, huh? I don't know how expensive it is to 17-star those Gollux pieces. It should actually be a lot cheaper nowadays, actually. It should be a lot cheaper now after the 20% Star Force cost reduction. Oh, right. I can't... I have so many reward points, I can't even claim them. Alright, well, let's just see if we can tier this up. 2-line strength? Not bad. But it's definitely not good enough. Maybe if I got triple prime line strength on Epic, it would be good. And I would roll with that, but that's not what happened, so... Alright, we're off to the cash shop to buy the first pack of cubes. I think I'm gonna go red cubes for now. That's 150 of them right there. I don't really need black cubes at present because I'm not trying to hold on to any of these potentials. So let's see what we get. Good tier up. A good tier up. There's only like 7 cubes, I think. So one thing to keep in mind with regards to the earrings is that what they're competing with are my 3-line alien fragment earrings. So these earrings need to be at least 17-star. They need to have at least a decent flame and probably be 3-line to even beat these alien fragment earrings. So something like this is just simply not good enough. What they're up against is a pretty challenging battle. The thing is, though, I know that eventually I'm gonna want to transition into using superior Gollux gear. So even if these earrings don't actually beat out the alien fragment earrings yet... Oh, nice. Good tier up. They will eventually because of set effect bonuses and everything. And there's some item drop rate. I really hope I don't roll 2 or 3-line drop on this. That would be kind of depressing. It would be the exact opposite of what I was trying to accomplish. I was trying to get 2-line Meso drop on the earrings, and I ended up getting 3-line strength. Now I'm trying to get strength. Oh, that's so close. Imagine, just imagine if that first line was strength. But yeah, now I'm trying to roll strength, and I'm probably gonna roll some good drop. Oh boy. That was 2-line all stat, actually. Well, there's 2-line strength. I'm actually gonna hold on to that 2-line strength because I don't want to blow a ton of mesos on everything. This ring is actually kind of decent as well, but as you can see, these superior Gollux earrings are still a huge damage loss. What I'm gonna go do now is I'm gonna flame these earrings and try to roll something even close to as good as my alien fragment earrings. Also, this is interesting and this is worth pointing out. If you look at my alien fragment earrings, I am 99% sure these were flamed before they fixed the flame controversy. What was the flame controversy about? Where flames were dependent on other flames. So all stats appeared oftentimes with jump. And you can clearly see that happening here. All stats and jump. Obviously, this is just one example. But it was proven to be true. So I guess it's kind of sort of a relic of the past in a lot of ways. Let's hop over to the general store. I'm just going to start with red flames, and I'm going to buy 100 of them. Because I'm going to need a lot of these things for my gear moving forward. And cubing or flaming Gollux gear sucks. It's awful. So I might go through most of these, to be honest with you. 12 and 2% just isn't good enough. If it was 3%, I would have considered it. Definitely not 2%. We're looking for damn near perfection on these earrings. Need I remind you? I'm not settling for anything awful on these because they have a lot to compete against. Example right there. That's way too low. I know that 20 stat and 4% all stat on a pair of Gollux earrings is like a lot to ask for. I understand that. Ooh, 40 luck. God damn. But I have it on my alien earrings, so I'm asking for it. If I can get 4% all stat and like maybe a couple points of attack, I think I can be satisfied with that. I think. That's not good enough. It's just not. See, if this had some percent stat, I would probably be happy with it. Uh, 12 strength and 4% all stats would have been acceptable. It wouldn't have been my first choice, but it would have been acceptable. Well, there you go. 100 flames, and I had maybe 2 rolls that were like good enough to keep. So what I'm gonna do at this point actually is, ooh, why am I using that? That's not what I thought it was. What I'm gonna do at this point actually is Star Force these to 17. I'm just gonna safeguard Star Force them. I don't care. I'm made of money right now, and I need them to be 17 stars. Oh, we can't go to Central Way anymore. I forgot about that. They removed that. That would have been an awesome cubing and star forcing map. That's lame. I don't really have any cool maps to go to. I guess we could go to the summit. This is a fun map. All right. So I'm gonna star force these. Do I have any fodder? You know what I could do? Yeah, let's do this. We'll do no safeguard on the reinforced earrings, and then no, I can't transfer those. Wait, what am I thinking? I can't transfer those. Oops, I should have Star Forced these. Ooh, I should have Star Forced these first. Whoopsie. That was a big mistake on my part. Now I gotta safeguard these up to 17. Dang it. Can't believe I forgot about that. I forgot to enable safeguard. If those boomed right there, I would have yelled. I would have raised my voice. And that's on God. Nice! We got it up to 15. So I have 2 options here. I could wait until Shining Star Force event on the 11th, which I think I'm gonna do. Because, I mean, as you can see, these things aren't even close to beating my my alien fragment earrings yet. So I'm happy that those got to 15 as quickly as they did. It could have taken a lot longer. But all in all, this is pretty good. So now I'm going to Star Force the ring, do the same thing, safeguard it up to 15, and then wait for the event. Now, honestly, Star Forcing the ring makes a lot more sense than Star Forcing the earrings, because, like, I'm actually going to use this ring, probably. But the earrings, I don't know, I guess part of me thought that maybe the earrings could beat my Alien Fragment earrings. But those Alien Fragment earrings are probably maybe the best pair of earrings I've ever had in this game, so that's asking a lot. Ooh, and we did it. All right. Not bad. Not that expensive to get both of these to 15. So the Superior Gollux ring, I think I'm actually going to keep cubing it. Because while 2-line strength is nice, it is only unique. So let's just try to get that to legendary. I'm kind of getting to the point on this character where I need to start transitioning everything into being legendary. Settling for unique is really not gonna cut it anymore. It's gonna hold me back a lot if I settle for unique. And there it is, there's legendary. Again, same thing here. I really hope I don't roll 2-line. That would suck. There's two lines of all stat again. Oh, and there's 2-line strength. Beautiful. All right, so this ring is close to done. I need to get to 17 stars. I could just tap it now, but I really don't want to. I feel like it would cost, it's gonna cost a lot if I get unlucky, so I'm just gonna hold off. Oh wait, I need to be careful. I think I need to, I'm just gonna use Maple Return. I forget how you're supposed to leave this area. The only way I know how to leave it is Maple Return. There, you gotta be careful though, because you can get stuck in that area really easily if you don't have a return skill. What? I'm taking a boat? It's 2008, I guess. So that's pretty good. This can go... Actually, you know what? This can completely replace my Silver Blossom ring now. I don't need this item ever again. Ooh, Kana's Treasure. Ooh, you know what? I should throw some cubes on my Kana's Treasure. Yeah, I should try to get that to legendary. I left my lucky cubing map. That's okay, I have another map in mind. I always thought this one was a weird one back in the day. The Kerning City Repair Shop. This place is completely unchanged from its original iteration. I like this map. All right, so let's cube the Kana's Treasure. We'll try to get 2-line strength on it. Again, legendary, ideally. Because anything less than that is kind of not worth it. Or we can get 3-line unique luck. That works too. Oh, nice. I'm glad I used that cube. I don't know why I wouldn't have. It doesn't make any sense why I wouldn't have used the cube, but it is what it is. Mesos obtained. Really don't want 2-line Meso drop. Kind of worried about getting that, because this is the time where I don't really want that. 2-line strength, baby. Let's get it. Three-line strength is fine too. I mean, I'm not picky. Ooh, do I hold on to strength in all stats? That should be identical to 2-line strength, right? Yeah, that's the exact same thing. That's effectively the same thing. So what I'm actually going to do on this is I'm just going to tap it because I have so many duplicates. I'll just tap it to 15 and I'll stop there just like the other 2 items. I should maybe be a little careful with this because eventually I do want to get it to 22 stars. But I don't know that me tapping this to 17 is going to impact that at all. To be honest with you, I don't know if people safeguard to 17 when they're trying to reach 22. I actually don't know. I've never gone beyond 18. 18 stars is the highest I've ever reached, so no idea. All right, 15. No hassle. We're good to go. So, the next thing on the list for the Paladin, let me go ahead and equip these rings over my weakest two. Just to see what my stat is at. So that puts me at 22.6k stat, which is awesome. And then with Ring of Restraint, I'm down to 21.7. So that's really good. I'm very happy with that. I don't know which of these is weaker. Oh, I think the Khan's Treasure is weaker because of the lack of attack. But I need to get a Meister ring and some 4th ring to fill up that slot. Not sure which one. Anyway, 22.6k stat is a pretty solid improvement. Now, that number is actually about to go down because I need to cube this gold maple leaf emblem. 831k increase. I need 2-line attack. 1-line attack was fine for a while, but like I said, I'm kind of getting to the point now where I need 2-line attack. I don't know that I want IED on this, because I already have IED on my shield. Ooh, so close. Oh, so close. So close to 3-line attack. We were almost done right there. We were almost done. Well, that's an improvement of about 300k range. And as you can see, it lowers my strength pretty considerably, but it did increase my range quite a bit. So I guess next on the list is going to have to be maybe Alien Fragment Necklace, because I do want to get this to Legendary, but I might hold off on that. We're looking for damage improvements right now. That's what I'm looking for. So I think first thing I'm going to do is cube the Absolab Knight shoes. All of my Absolab gear, besides my gloves, are just 1-line epic. And these are 1-line unique. So I kind of need to improve that a little bit. Let's see if we can get this to Legendary. I'll go buy more cubes in a minute. Or I could get 2-line strength on unique, which I think I'm happy with. I think I'm okay with that. Because 17% strength, but these do have the higher potential tier. You know what? I'll just hold on to it for now. I'll allocate these resources into the other items. And then if I manage to get lucky tier ups on them and they all get to Legendary, then I'll wrap back around to the shoes and we'll worry about those. So let me go buy some more cubes. I'll be right back. Whew. Got another 150. Let's go cape. Ooh, I was literally about to say, if I get double prime strength, I don't know if I'm going to hold on to it. Again, though, this is a big improvement over what I had before. Actually, it's not that big of an improvement, but it is an improvement. So let me go over to the shoulder and we'll start cubing that. I really want Legendary. You know, like, these items aren't going to be replaced for a long time. I have to get my arcane weapon, and then I have to... Honestly, it's probably not going to be until I'm able to kill Hard Lucid that I'm actually replacing these items. So they're not going anywhere anytime soon. They probably need to be Legendary. 4 and 7 is just not... It's not... No. Double Prime, maybe. Nope. That's not double prime, silly. Ooh, 3-line decks. Wow. Can I get a tier up? Like, can I ordered 1 tier up, please, and it just hasn't come yet, so... Am I gonna need to speak to the manager? 3-line double prime decks? Are you kidding me? This is kind of a lot of red cubes to throw at an epic item without a tier up. And of course, as I say that, I get the tier up. So again, we're looking for 2-line strength. Now, I'm not gonna be happy with prime strength and 1 line of all stat. I'm looking for 17% strength minimum right now. Then there it is. So there we go. I found it. All right. So now it's back to the cape to try and get this up to unique as well. I'm a big advocate for sort of cycling around your items and upgrading them incrementally instead of trying to shoot for everything all at once on one item. That's probably the strategy I'll utilize when I start star forcing up to, 20 stars and beyond. Just because I think that's probably, whether it makes a difference in actual probability and gives you better luck overall, I don't know if there's any evidence of that, but it would be easier to deal with mentally. Similarly to how when I go back to Tower of Oz, I'm going to approach it differently. I'm going to collect a lot of boxes and open them all at once. It's easier mentally than having another moment where I open a Ring of Restraint and get super excited and then scroll over it and see that it's level 1. And then all my excitement kind of dies. Oh, thank you, tier up. So, oh, and double strength. Look at that. We take those. So now all of my Abso gear is minimum unique with 2-line strength. Abso weapon is 2-line attack, which is perfectly fine. The rosary could be a lot better, admittedly. Sweetwater tattoo. What do you transpose this ever? Oh, you know what it's time for, ladies and gentlemen, and other. This is something that I have been thinking about for a long time, and I even mentioned it before. Getting cooldown reduction on my hat. The primary reason for cooldown reduction, as far as I can tell on a paladin, please feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, is to increase the frequency of using Heaven's Hammer. I don't know that there's anything else that's really affected by cooldown reduction. Maybe Hammers of the Righteous is affected. I don't know if Mighty Mjolnir is affected because the cooldown, the actual technical cooldown on Mighty Mjolnir is pretty low. So I don't know if that's actually affected or not. But other than that, I really want to be able to use Heaven's Hammer and maybe Hammers of the Righteous more often. It would improve my mobbing a little bit as well. That's my damage overall. The problem is, getting cooldown reduction on a hat is very expensive. As you can see, we're not even legendary yet. Unless I roll 3-line strength, I'm getting this to legendary. 2-line strength is not going to cut it for me. I need that cooldown reduction. I've been desperate for it for months at this point. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait, can CRA gear even go above unique? I'm just kidding. That's a joke. It's an inside joke. I know it can go to legendary. It's just an inside joke. Just so everyone's clear on that. Let's get some more cubes. I'm getting low on the allocated mesos for this character. Oh no. I really want this cooldown hat. Oh, Jesus. There's the tier up. Okay, now the grind really begins. I All right. Well, let me go hop over to the Paladin Discord and see if this is worth keeping, or if I should try to get cooldown and stat. All right, so I'm thinking it's probably worth re-rolling this because I still have 135 cubes left. So let's just see if I can get a line of cooldown and a line of strength. Okay, got it. Alrighty. That was very easy. I guess maybe it gets really difficult when you're looking for 2 lines of cooldown on a hat. So that's 22.7k stat. And Heaven's Hammer, what's Heaven's Hammer looking like? Yeah, that's not bad. It's not fantastic. Yeah, so it's only minus 10%, so it's actually only... Actually, I don't know how that reduces it exactly. Is it based off of the actual, like, flat cooldown based on the skill? Or is it based off of what the cooldown is after all of my other cooldown reduction sources? That's what I'm a little confused about. Regardless, this should be decent, if not good, to hold on to for a while, so I will do so. Now, is there anything else that I can do to give myself just a little bit more of a boost and push myself up to 23k stat? Because that would be ideal. 12 and 6 is not great. I could get 3% more strength on the top. What was I gonna... What do you transpose into a Sweetwater tattoo? Is it Pap Mark? No, because I think Pap Mark is eye accessory. I always forget this. I need to look it up. I think the reality is I'll probably swap over to Twilight Mark eventually anyway. So I'm not sure that there's anything else I can easily upgrade right now besides the Sweetwater tattoo, of course. Maybe make a second Black Bean Mark. You know, that could maybe not be a terrible idea. One for a stat. Are there any other eye accessories I could get? I do need to, you know what I need to do? I need to get back to doing Commercy and get a monocle so I can use that. I was kind of hoping to get a Pat Mark drop, but that's clearly not happening, so I guess that's what I'll do. Anyway, I think that'll do it for the Paladin. That is an increase of 1.8 thousand stat. I was at 20.9k before, and now we're up to 22.7, plus a little extra attack from my emblem. And that's, yeah, we're good to go. On to the next character.